Few things unite motorcycle enthusiasts more than debating history's greatest failures. Some bikes earned their infamy through deadly design flaws, while others destroyed entire companies with their catastrophic engineering. Today, we're counting down the 10 worst motorcycles ever built, machines so problematic they left permanent scars on motorcycling history. These aren't just manufacturing mistakes, they're cautionary tales of ambition gone wrong, of engineers pushing boundaries without considering the consequences. Let's start with number 10, the 1975 Honda CB500T. Honda's reputation for reliability makes this failure even more shocking. In the midst of the oil crisis, Honda cut corners everywhere possible. The 498cc parallel twin engine produced a modest 50 horsepower, but without proper isolation, every single one of those horses felt like it was trying to escape through the handlebars. The lack of a counterbalancer meant vibrations increased exponentially with speed. By 60 miles per hour, mirrors became useless as everything blurred into oblivion. The cheap rubber bushings deteriorated rapidly, making the vibration worse over time. Contemporary reviews noted that the bike's vibration was so severe that it would routinely crack its own frame at the steering head. Dealers reported warranty claims on nearly 40% of units sold, primarily for vibration-related issues. When compared to Yamaha's XS500 of the same era, the CB500T's sales plummeted by 60%. The model lasted just 2 years before Honda quietly discontinued it, marking it as one of their rare engineering missteps. Moving to number 9, the 2017 Harley-Davidson Street Rod. Harley attempted to court younger riders with this sporty version of their Street 750. The high-output Revolution X 750cc engine promised 68 horsepower and 47 pound-feet of torque, respectable numbers for a middleweight. They upgraded the front forks to 43mm inverted units and added dual 300mm front disc brakes with twin-piston calipers. But the bike's fatal flaw lay in its geometry. The rear sets were positioned directly beneath the rider's thighs, creating an awkward knee angle that became excruciating after just 30 minutes. The drag-style handlebar forced riders to lean forward while the seat pushed them back, creating a constant battle with ergonomics that no amount of adjustment could fix. Owner forums exploded with complaints about the riding position, with many reporting they couldn't last more than an hour in the saddle. Dealerships struggled to move units, offering discounts as deep as 30% off MSRP. Against competitors like the Yamaha MT-07 and Kawasaki Z650, the Street Rod's sales were abysmal, leading to its quiet discontinuation in 2020. Speaking of design failures, you won't want to miss the rest of this countdown. Hit subscribe to catch our weekly deep dives into motorcycle history's greatest triumphs and disasters. Number 8 showcases Honda's most perplexing creation, the 2009 DN01. This 680cc automatic cruiser scooter hybrid carried a revolutionary hydraulic transmission called the Human-Friendly Transmission, HFT. At $14,599, it cost more than a fully loaded Goldwing, but offered less utility than a basic scooter. The complex transmission, while innovative, added significant weight, pushing the bike to 595 pounds. The engine produced just 61 horsepower, giving it acceleration that could generously be described as leisurely. Ground clearance was too low for spirited riding, but the riding position was too aggressive for cruising. Honda only sold 200 units in its first year in the US market. The complex HFT system required specialized maintenance every 8,000 miles, costing owners upwards of $800 per service. Dealerships reported that potential customers would come to see the DN01 out of curiosity but leave with conventional motorcycles. The bike became known as the Do Not Own 01 among Honda technicians, who dreaded working on its complicated systems. The 7th spot belongs to the 1980 Harley-Davidson Sportster XLS 1000 Roadster. This bike emerged during AMF's controversial ownership of Harley-Davidson when quality control hit rock bottom. The 1000cc Ironhead engine was fundamentally sound, but poor assembly meant constant oil leaks. The electric starter's mounting would crack under normal use, and the wiring harness was prone to shorts. The seat mounting would break where it attached to the frame, causing the rider to slide backward under acceleration. Factory service bulletins piled up faster than dealers could address them. The rubber engine mounts were so poorly designed that the vibration would crack the frame at the steering head. Mechanics dubbed it the Garage Queen, as bikes spent more time being repaired than ridden. The average owner faced repair bills exceeding $1,500 annually, nearly a quarter of the bike's original purchase price. Consumer surveys showed a 70% dissatisfaction rate, the worst in Harley's history. This model contributed significantly to Harley's near bankruptcy in the early 1980s. At number 6, the 1993 BMW F650 Funduro. BMW's partnership with Aprilia yielded this 652cc single-cylinder attempt at a versatile dual sport. The Rotax-designed engine was actually quite reliable, producing 48 horsepower at 6,500 RPM. However, the bike's 421-pound wet weight sat too high in the frame, creating a precarious balance point. The Weber-Morelli fuel injection system would consistently flood the engine on cold starts and run lean at altitude. The head bearings were underspecified for the bike's weight, leading to premature failure. The rear suspension used a primitive monoshock system that bottomed out under moderate loads, making off-road excursions dangerous. Owners reported spending an average of 20 minutes trying to start the bike in cold weather. The fuel injection problems were so common that aftermarket carburetor conversion kits became a popular modification. BMW dealers struggled with diagnosis, as the bike's computer system lacked modern diagnostic capabilities. Adventure riders nicknamed it the Fundon't after numerous reports of stranded riders in remote areas. But these bikes were just the warm-up. The top 5 showcase engineering failures so catastrophic they changed the course of motorcycle history. Number 5, the 2004 Kawasaki Vulcan 2000. At 2,053cc, it housed the largest production V-twin engine of its time. The massive power plant produced 141 pound-feet of torque at just 3,000 RPM, but the bike's 820-pound weight negated any performance advantage. The clutch pull required 18 pounds of force, 3 times that of contemporary cruisers. The engine's power delivery was so abrupt that smooth starts required expert clutch control. The 5.5-gallon fuel tank sat so high that shorter riders couldn't touch the ground at stops. The massive rear tire made cornering feel like steering a cargo ship. Owners reported severe arm fatigue after just 30 minutes of city riding due to the heavy clutch. The bike consumed rear tires every 3,000 miles due to its massive torque, costing owners about $400 per replacement. Insurance companies classified it in their highest risk category, with annual premiums often exceeding $1,500. Even Kawasaki's own marketing team struggled to justify its existence against more manageable competitors. The 4th spot goes to the 1986 Ducati Paso 750. The 748cc L-twin engine produced 73 horsepower, but the Weber fuel injection system was crude and temperature sensitive. The fully enclosed fairing trapped engine heat, raising ambient temperatures around the carburetor to over 180 degrees Fahrenheit. This caused fuel to vaporize in the lines, creating air pockets that led to random stalling. The electric cooling fan would often fail, leading to engine damage. The complex fuel system required specialized knowledge to service, but most dealers weren't trained on the technology. Even basic maintenance required removing multiple fairing panels, turning simple tasks into time-consuming ordeals. Owners reported average service times of 4 to 6 hours for basic valve adjustments, triple that of other Ducatis. The bike developed a reputation for leaving riders stranded in hot weather, earning the nickname Il Termale, the thermal one, in Italy. Period magazines documented ambient temperatures inside the fairing reaching 215 degrees Fahrenheit in summer traffic. Resale values plummeted to 40% of original price within 2 years. Number 3, the 1974 Suzuki Re5. This 497cc Wankel rotary engine produced 62 horsepower at 6,500 RPM, but consumed oil at an alarming rate. The complex rotor tip seals would fail around 15,000 miles, requiring a complete engine rebuild. The massive radiator and oil cooler pushed weight to 573 pounds. Fuel consumption averaged 28 mpg, abysmal for a middleweight bike. The distinctive cylindrical instrument cluster was impossible to read in daylight. When the engine failed, most dealers refused to attempt repairs due to the complexity. Owners reported oil consumption rates of 1 quart every 350 miles, making long trips a logistical nightmare. The bike required premium fuel mixed with 2-stroke oil, a combination that confused many service stations. Suzuki lost an estimated $10,000 on each unit sold, making it one of the most expensive failures in motorcycle history. The specialized tools required for repairs cost dealers more than $3,000, leading many to decline warranty work entirely. The silver medal for failure goes to the 1997 Bimota V2. This 500cc two-stroke featured direct fuel injection decades before it became common. The $20,000 price tag bought you 110 horsepower in a 320-pound package when it ran properly. The proprietary injection system couldn't maintain consistent fuel pressure, causing either complete power loss or dangerous surges. The engine would detonate under load, destroying pistons. Bimota recalled all 340 produced units, but only managed to fix or buy back about half before declaring bankruptcy. The remaining bikes serve as expensive garage ornaments. Each bike required an average of 3 engine rebuilds during the warranty period, costing Bimota approximately $7,000 per bike in warranty claims. The fuel injection system's failure rate exceeded 80% within the first 1,000 miles. Even converted to carburetors, the bikes suffered from chronic reliability issues. The V2 single-handedly destroyed Bimota's reputation and finances, leading to the company's sale in 2000. But none of these compare to our #1 pick, a motorcycle so dangerous it earned the nickname Widowmaker. The 1972 Kawasaki H2 Mach 4 tops our list as the worst motorcycle ever built. This 748cc two-stroke monster packed 74 horsepower into a frame designed for half that power. The short wheelbase, weak brakes, and poor suspension created a lethal combination. The H2 would wheelie without warning, tank slap at high speeds, and overwhelm its brakes at the worst possible moment. Even professional riders feared this uncontrollable beast. Insurance companies either refused to cover the H2 or charged premiums exceeding $1,000 annually, astronomical for 1972. Period tests recorded 0 to 60 times of 4.1 seconds, but also documented front wheel lift in all 5 gears. The bike earned its Widowmaker nickname after being involved in a disproportionate number of single-vehicle accidents. Kawasaki dealers reported that 60% of H2s sold were crashed within the first year. The bike's reputation became so notorious that some countries banned it from street use entirely. The H2's legacy serves as a stark reminder. Sometimes the most dangerous innovations aren't the ones that fail immediately, but the ones that work just well enough to get you into trouble.